For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
They say that keys open doors.
What's that?
It's sorcery over chords.
Diss track.
Until they don't believe in the Lord,
Off track.
they are leaving their course, leaving the cause.
Those are keys of pharmakia stashed in Ikea. The source of the sorcery is the source. They quoted in order, it floated the border, a couple Wands and Montoyas, escorted by suits, guns, and lawyers. Purchased by Thomas and Sawyer, pushed by thugs and sequoias, promoted by Elba Arroyos. Pumped out by the Post and reporters, who would dirty the waters. The same hoe who is training her daughters to bring the severed head to the mother who taught her. Subculture calling 8-ball peddlers ballers. They clock math on behalf of their father, pushing cane like a walker. The product so potent they can't abstain from the offer, and throw the remainder of change in the coffer. The cocaine cowboys were coppers. How come every hip-hop hit is a beatbox brick, a twisted speech off spliffs on how to get keys off ships, and grind like 3-job shifts? Literally push it to a T maliciously, let Furious speak.
Well, how you think the crack rock gets into the country? We don't own any planes. We don't own no ships. But we are not the people who are flying and floating that in here.
Hit, shot, blunted and wasted, with death tasted, ripped through your nerves and patience, reducing burly to patience. For want of wealth, wine, and women, you ditch humble dishwashing beginnings for chickens and turkey stuffed with the trimmings. Sinning, a flickering light distantly dimming, thinking it's winning, bringing a chick to her knees, bring a man to his knees. For a grand they handle grams of disease. They cough, stutter, and sneeze, or trick or treat for the cheese. Rolling deep into havoc, they dabble in black magic. The same harlot cackles at caskets, while y'all pour toxins in coffins. The shepherd keeps the crook to straighten the crooked who cook in a flask, aged in a cask, latex gloves in a mask, then scraped in a bag, or taped in a wrap, then taped in a wrap. Can't shake the addiction? Ask. The Most High can crush what's crushing the temple. A face full of sores and pimples, return to hopeful with dimples. Let the devil settle for bass in a kettle, advertised over bass in a treble. What you thought was pure is laced to a level. It's too metal to wash or embezzle, because you can't make a living making a killing.
I am a former Los Angeles police narcotics detective, and I worked South Central Los Angeles, and I will tell you, Director Deutsch, the agency has dealt drugs throughout this country for a long time.
Director Deutsch, I will refer you to 3 specific agency operations known as Amadeus, Pegasus, and Watchtower.
Playing in the laboratories of nature. Playing in the laboratories of nature. From farm to pharmacy is Satan's chemical armory. Keys open doors, plural. Hypnotic wreaths of laurel. For dangerous teas of floral. Why? To expand the mind? Getting high to broaden horizons? That's the way that leads to destruction. Hopped up, they freakishly repeat reproduction. Stuck on the glass like suction. Your release is in reach with his victory pure. God imparted his cure. Ask for his heart when you start to detour. When you quit, you'll see more of his will for your life. Whether it's pills or a pipe or spilled over ice, he has the quill to rewrite a life that you thought was over. Be vigilant, sober, a diligent soldier, dealing hope and imminent return closer. A wonderful counselor that instills closure. Don't hesitate or self-medicate. God lifted me, I don't levitate. That's the past, let him relegate. We all make mistakes, don't replicate. And let 1 Thessalonians 4 be your next escape.
For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.